You want to say Happy Mother's Day? Grand evening, grand evening. Happy Mother's Day to all. Let's share this to my Facebook. All right. Just to let y'all know, I'm live, so anything you say will be used against you. Okay, guys, welcome. See Mommy Mac. Who's that? Welcome, Blue Crystal Waters. Thank you. This guy right here. That's Bryce. That's Big Brother Bryce. All right, I'm at my grandmother's house. Someone be on YouTube. She's going live. Hey, Author Empress. Thank you for tuning in, Trucking Trader. Yes, happy Mother's Day. Let's start there to all the awesome moms, all of the aunts, the grandmothers, everybody that has a hand in raising children is also mothers as well. Because just because you may not have birth kids, you still are, a parent in a way. Some people take responsibilities of their other family members. We have people who are surrogate mothers. We have foster mothers, matriarchal figures. So happy Mother's Day to all. Yes, in the chat and in the world. I just want to show y'all before we get started this beautiful candle from Two Tall Flames. Okay, she made this candle for my ancestors. It's nice and dressed. It smells like cinnamon and nothing. I don't know about the nutmeg, but this is a beautiful candle just for future references. If you guys want to get a spiritual candle, that's for manifesting money, love, a new place, so many different things. But this is for the ancestors, right? So I'm doing a few of my personal ancestors. I'm just gonna say a few words. She also gave me these tea lights. Beautiful. I'm lighting all of them. I have an ancestor for each one. Okay. Hey, Demita. I'm gonna also drop the invite link if anybody wants to come on and say a few words, show us a picture. I'm gonna start it off, of course, because I gotta break the ice. Aria, say Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Wait. Sorry. Say it again. Happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday. All right, she tried. Yay! Thank you. All right. So I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna show a video that I made for my grandfather who passed away last year. I know it's Mother's Day, but like I said, you guys can celebrate another ancestor. That's any loved one. It could be someone that lost their life too soon, and you want to celebrate them. Hey, Iris Ann. All right, I'm gonna need you guys to sit down, okay? You say Happy Mother's Day. You said Happy Mother's Day. Say it. Mother's Day. Look up the camera and said. All right, so I'm gonna share the screen with you guys. We're not gonna draw this out because I know everybody's busy today, but I just wanted us to celebrate our ancestors. Their energy is still out there, and we need that energy. So I made this February 3rd, 2020. Oh shit! There's no sound, so I'm gonna. This is my grandfather, Otis Walsh. He was born August 4th, 1935. He was a veteran of the Air Force, the United States Air Force. He also was an electrician with the local 3. He definitely was a real man. So that's why I'm celebrating him. He was a real protector and provider. All those things we talk about, that was my grandfather. So y'all see some pictures that I had put up. I made like a collage. I got my Florida water. Let me clean my candle while I'm talking. So Y'all know my Leo men, they are a trip. He was a typical Leo man that had to have the stage, right? You definitely knew my grandfather's presence when he walked into the room. So I'm just showing a few pictures of him. Hey, Pride Bentley, FBA Niger. Hey, Brandy. Now, I don't have pictures of all the ancestors that I wanted to celebrate, unfortunately. So I'll just talk about some of them. Hey, Wisdom. Coin Real Estate. Thank you. Oh, let me share it to Facebook. Training. Sure. Clients ask a question, and then I'm like, sorry about the noise in the background. I was gonna do this at my mother's, but I came to see my grandma. Some of my other family members is here, so you hear them in the background. Shirley Simmons, thank you. Hold on, it's a connection. They the funniest. Listen, I don't like to be a fly on the wall in that house. All right, so what else can I say about my grandfather? Born in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Brought his family to a nice part of Queens so they could live a better life. That's the definition of Black excellence, and that's the things we have to celebrate. Don't let your ancestors pass away, and you don't. Yeah, they can hear all of y'all. Don't let your ancestors pass away, and you're not celebrating their life. So that's my grandfather and his mother. That's Olive. Her name was Olive Walsh. She's another ancestor I want to celebrate, so I'm glad that picture came up. That's another candle. Let's see who else is in there. That's my grandmother. She's right over here. And I just want to say I love you, Papa. I miss you, and thank you for being a father figure to me. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave because this is a serious thing. This is about Papa. I'm celebrating his life. So can y'all just give me a moment because we're celebrating the ancestors. I know y'all. I know I'm interrupting y'all, but I miss my grandfather's presence, and that's what this is for. Okay, so we're gonna light this candle. If anybody wants to join and say anything about your loved ones, I dropped the invite link. I'm playing the video right now. Some people don't understand the magnitude to why we celebrate the ancestors, what the offerings is for. I got an offering from my grandfather. He used to love Easy Jesus. So we gonna pour him a glass, and nobody's gonna touch this glass because this is for him. You understand? He's still here with us. So y'all can handle it. Thank you, Deshaun. What happened? Yeah, I'm about to light it, but y'all laughing in the background. I know I'm interrupting y'all, but this is like, there's nothing wrong with this. All right, so I'm just gonna light my candle and say, Papa, I still feel your presence, and thank you for being the father figure in my life and always encouraging me to be the best me. And thank you for building a legacy for your children and somewhere for us to come back to. So we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you. And this is he's still here with us. And nobody touched this glass. And I'm gonna take a little shot for him on my this is something different, y'all. But I'm just encouraging others who may be having a hard time during the holidays. Go in the living room. The holidays are a tough time for a lot of people. Some people have a lot of family, so even though they lost loved ones, it doesn't hurt as bad. And then there's some people who don't have anybody. Maybe you guys can't resonate with that, but I know people personally that have called me to say, I'm lonely. I don't have any family. Okay. I don't know why people trust me with that information, but they do. And so I don't take that stuff lightly. I actually care about people. So when I hear those type of things, it bothers me. And I don't want anybody to ever feel lonely. Light a candle for your ancestors so you can feel connected to them. Don't let their memory just fade. Don't leave them as a memory in the back of your mind. Bring them to the forefront. Make them a part of your routine. If that's what's gonna bring you closer to peace, that they are not here. Okay, so if anyone wants to join, I'm dropping the invite link once again, and I'm going to Simone, author Empress Simone. Are you in the building? Do you want me to read um what you sent me about your ancestors, or did you want to read it? I'm dropping the invite link. I will gladly read it for you and put up the pictures. I already have it ready, so just let me know. See, Mommy Mac. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, you see, it's a messy, but it's okay. We still riding out this wave. I'm trying to open my my drink. All right. Okay, you said you're here. Okay, great. Okay, so I'll read it. Let me just take a shot. My grandfather first. 'Cause this is what we used to do. Cheers. That Don Julio. All right. Thank you, Jerron. So we're gonna go to another ancestor. This is Empress Simone. That's our girl. Okay. Oh wow, this is the newspaper article. Hold on, let me put up the picture. Okay, I don't know if you guys could see this, but I'm gonna read to you what was sent to me. All right, so when Indiana Johnson was born in 1875 in Birmingham, Alabama, her father Ishmael Smith was 20 and her mother Sophia Pleasant was 22. She married William Hannibal Johnson on December 22nd, 1901 in her hometown. They had one child during their marriage. She died on November 19th, 1945 in Birmingham, Alabama at the age of 70. She was an educator and on 4 Negro teaching boards. It was only certain places Negro teachers could work in those days in Alabama. Attached is her death announcement. Besides being a landowner with her husband, William Hannibal Johnson, her mother, Sophia Pleasant, is my third great grandmother. May have had a connection to Henrietta Lacks, who is also a Pleasant descendant. I have found Pleasant descendants who have a known connection to Henrietta Lacks. I cannot prove my Pleasant had a connection, but we call each other family anyway. Sadly, I found Indiana's father, Ishmael Smith, to be residing in a mental health ward at one point in time. I believe that he was the descendant of a white slave owner, as the family was well to do and listed as mulatto. I'm not saying he was insane because patients with TB were also housed in that facility. Indiana had a brother named Mathematics E. Smith, and he was also listed as a dark skinned mulatto. His picture is attached as well with his wife Cornelia. He was drafted into military service and an embalmer by trade. Sadly, I cannot find any children listed for Mathematics and Cornelia, but Indiana and William had one son named William Mathematics Johnson. Indiana is a large reason I write and go to school for journalism. I battled depression for many years, but when I found her history, once I started researching, my pride made me want to become accomplished so that my descendants can be proud of me when I ascend and become an ancestor. Here's Mathematics and his wife Cornelia Finch. Beautiful. Beautiful. I hope y'all can hear me. Okay, I got people waiting. Can you guys give me one moment and I'll be done. Everybody give each other a chance. You said, suppose you're wondering how I found these pictures. I had a volunteer who became a friend who was a researcher. Her aunt, who was in her late 80s, early 90s, and her family were from the same area as my second great grandmother, Indiana. And I had these pictures. Sadly, my friend's auntie transitioned shortly after giving me these pictures. I think my ancestors guided me to them so that I can connect with them. These are the reasons I have been avidly researching my ancestors and researching for others for 6 going on 7 years. That's the genealogy plug. Goddess, you can show this information if you like. It may help others decide to research their ancestors as well. Here's my genealogy company's logo. I'm not making a pitch. I'm just proud of it. Yes. So Author Empress, she definitely can help you find your ancestors. Oh, you can't hear me? Okay, good. All right. So that was author Empress Simone's ancestors. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I appreciate you, sis. I hope you're lighting your candle. And we have 2 people waiting, so we'll come back to you, sis. Thank you so much. Okay, first we're gonna go to Iris. So much. Okay, first we're gonna go to Iris. Okay, it's a little. Okay, yeah. Just turn it down a little bit. Hi, sis. Okay, yeah. Just turn it down a little bit. Hi, sis.
Hi, family. How are you? Hi, family. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat. I wanna. You can hear me good?
I can hear you, but it's an echo. So if you have it on another device, you gotta turn it down a little bit on the other device.
Let me just turn it down on this because this is the only thing I have. Let me see. Okay, I turned down my phone on the device. Okay. Can you still hear me?
Yes, got you.
Can you still hear me now?
You're good. Good.
I'm good.
You can go, sis, whenever you're ready. Can't hear?
Can you hear me?
Yes, whenever you're ready, you can just go.
Okay, I just wanted to come in this evening because in August of 2020, I did lose my sister, and she was a matriarch in our family. But I also wanted to share something that my father wrote, and it's called Extrasensory Perception, ESP. And it says, infant intelligence in my subconscious mind reveals to me all I need to know at every moment of time and point in space. I am divinely inspired and divinely guided in all my ways. Divine guidance is mine now, for I recognize the lead that comes into my conscious reasoning mind. I initiatively perceive the truth about every situation. I hear the truth, see the truth, and know the truth. I can clearly see the motivation of others, and if they are ultra. I transform them by realizing the presence of God's love, peace, and harmony where discord is. Divine success is mine now. Divine peace is mine now. Divine harmony is mine now. Divine law and order are mine now. Divine peace fills my soul now. Divine love saturates my entire being now. For I am illuminated by the wisdom of God. I am clairvoyant and clairradiant from a spiritual standpoint. And the only voice I hear is the inner voice of God who speaks in peace. And my clairvoyance is my capacity to see peace where discord is, love where hate is, joy where sadness is, peace where pain is, and life where so-called death is. And that's the piece that my father wrote. He actually wrote that back in 1981 when my brother was slain in the streets of Baltimore at 18 years old. And I think he wrote that to help him deal with that tragic loss. But I just wanted to share that this day and let us always remember that death is just a transition. It is not the end. So we give thanks for that reality.
Yes,
and that was all I wanted to share.
That was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Aaliyah. You're beautiful too.
You.
Give thanks.
Thank you.
Give thanks.
Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you so much for sharing. No, we're gonna eat some bread. All right, and just hold your father's legacy in your heart.
I always do, and I want everybody to remember that they do propel us, they help us, they support us, they are part of us. Once they leave, we gather that energy, and they are there for us. We just have to remember to tap into that and honor them. This is a great honoring, and I'm glad to be a part of it with you.
Thank you so much. Ashe.
All right, y'all have a good evening now.
Thank you. Good evening.
Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.
All right, sis. Yes, thank you so much, Iris and X. Thank you for sharing your ancestor with us. That was beautiful. That was a lovely that was spoken word or poetry. I know people call it different things. We have someone else waiting. We're gonna add them to the stream. Hello, hello, how are you doing? Deshaun Sato. I'm gonna exit out and let you have a moment. Is that okay? I can't hear you. Wait, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. All right. I'd like to say good evening and happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there. Um, I entered this live to speak on my father, Roger Jackson. He passed away back in 2011. Um, he was a really good guy. In and out of my life, he had his own, walk of life. Um, as a father dealing with your personal demons, you're not always in the right state of mind to care for your kid, so there's a lot of neglect and things like that. But what I want to say is that regardless of his demons that he fought, when he did come around, he showed me love. um, he took me out, had conversations, while I was young, which I still remember to this day. um, it's been tough um, since that we didn't really have like the best relationship. But I always knew who he was. He knew who I was. There was always love there, So what I want to encourage you guys is that we have no sequels in life. You know, um, as kids, we are not responsible for being here. You know, um, we have to go with the motions, and pretty much go with what our parents say while we're young. But as we get older, we start to reflect on certain things that we experience and endure through our life, whether good or bad. And, sometimes we can hold a resentment, because there's no clarity. So, what I want to encourage you guys is that you reconcile, your differences with your parents. If you had, um, hard times growing up, we all have a story. Um, it's tough losing a parent when you didn't have the chance, to tell them how much you love them or to reconcile and let them know how you felt, from everything that you went through, you know. So I encourage everyone in this chat, that still have their parents alive, have that conversation, you know. Set your differences to the side. You're older now, you know right from wrong. Some people hold on to things, to these emotions that affect you while you're older, that can trickle down into relationships to your kids and things like that. So you want to break the cycle. And I think what Goddess is doing today is helping us all break the cycle and to release that negative energy and to come within peace with ourselves, even though that we haven't had the chance to express that to our loved ones before they passed away. Um, they're still here with us, throughout all the noise. They're going to protect you. They're going to send little messages and things like that to you. You just have to pay attention, you know. Again, sorry for taking up too much of your time, but Roger Jackson, my father, I love you. I will always love you. You will always be in my heart. And I'm always looking for your guidance and your protection, Dad. I love you. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you all for hearing me out. And I, again, encourage you all to reconcile your differences, have that conversation with your parents, because, again, we have no sequels. Okay? You guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your festivities, ladies. Okay. Love your kids. Love up on them. Love up on them. Okay. You have a good night and y'all take care.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. I appreciate you being transparent because everybody doesn't have a good story to tell. Some people
Yes.
have unresolved issues with their loved ones. So thank you
Exactly.
for sharing that side of it because there's spiritual candles for that as well.
Yes.
So Leslie's in the building. Two Tall Flames. That's who made that beautiful candle.
Okay.
Make sure y'all get in tune with Two Tall Flames
I will
because
reach out
she
to
is
her.
the candle lady. If you want
Okay.
spiritual candles, make sure y'all hit her up, okay?
Yes.
I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm sorry it's so noisy in the back. Should
It's
have been
okay.
elsewhere.
All
But we gonna keep it moving. All
right.
right.
Thank you
Thank
so
y'all
much.
so much.
All right. Bye.
I appreciate you and God bless you and always keep your ancestors' legacy in your heart.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Goddess.
Thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
too.
Okay.
All right. All right. We had another person. See, I'm going to drop the invite link one more time. Thank y'all so much for being transparent. Again, everybody doesn't have the greatest story to tell, or, you know, there's sometimes our unresolved hurts from our childhood. And we have our parents or our matriarch or patriarch of the family pass away before we can get those issues resolved. So everybody has a different story. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm gonna light another candle for another ancestor while we're waiting. This is the invite link. All right. I'm gonna light a candle. I showed you my grandfather's mother, Olive. She was a Shinnecock Indian from Long Island. That's probably where the complexion comes in. When people want to think I'm Hispanic, nope. We are Native Americans, along with some other stuff mixed in. But Olive Walsh was definitely a Brooklyn chick to her heart. Um, she definitely was a great person. She was there for her son's wife. My grandmother told me she used to come all the way from Red Hook to where was they living in Williamsburg to help my grandmother with her 5 kids so she could go to work. I do remember her, so I definitely want to light a candle for her. I was young when she passed, but she is my great grandmother, and I'm happy to have met her. So this is for you, Olive, and I'm putting that next to my grandfather's candle. Is this still lit? Oh, yeah, it's still lit. All right, let's see if anybody else wants to join. Again, you don't have to join. You can do this in your own personal space. Um, let me see what y'all think. CCB, what's going on? Yes, we'll do it again. I just try to find a good day to do it, because I have so much going on. But this was a request. Um, I did it once before, but this was a request for the second time. So we were like, what day is good? Mother's Day is good. Mother's Day is the best day to do it because so many people have lost their mothers. So many people lost grandmothers, aunts, and some type of matriarch of the family. So thank you guys for joining. Lisa Black, what's going on? All right, if nobody else wants to join, I'm going to play some music because they are loud over here. Dunola the Oracle is somebody that I watch who she's into African spirituality, and she definitely is somebody to watch if you're interested in understanding African spirituality. Okay, it was something she had in here. She had the music in here. Oh, ancestor songs. Okay, we're gonna play a song for our ancestors. Let me see if I can share this. Just really quickly. Sorry, give me a second. Share the screen. add the audio, and then we're gonna get it.
And you don't have to spend thousands on marketing to get sales. It really doesn't have to be that hard. In fact, I've actually shown hundreds of.
I can't wait until I get my own place so that I can do all the things I want to do with no interruption. And I don't know what's going on with this. Okay.
This song is usually done to bata.
Alright, we're gonna keep it moving. They loud for purpose. That's why he was saying nothing wrong with that. Anyway, that's why I should have left early. Like, anyway,
This song is usually done to bata and usually requires more than one singer because it is a call and response method type of song. My drummer and I are doing this song together for the first time, so this is a practice, not a performance. Greetings, everyone. This video is of a song that anyone can do, initiated, non-initiated, aleos. You do not even have to be in the Orisha tradition. This is for the ancestors. This is a song that is common in the Lukumi tradition or the Western tradition, not Isheshe, but anyone can use it. Whether you practice whether you practice Isheshe or Lukumi, you can utilize this song. I decided to do it because there are many versions of it online, but I'm going to write out the words for it, and I will do my best to translate it in the description box. Today I have with me my Obure Shango Keyede Oluwatito.
Lafia.
And he is going to help me out today with the drumming. So get ready, get your pens and papers out. It comes from the heart, so you sing from the heart. It's not about trying to sound like a Grammy singer or anything like that. It's a song from the heart to honor the ancestors. It's called Aumba Wa Ori. Moji baye gungun, ibaye baye tonu, egun yami, ibaye baye tonu, egun baba mi. To the ancestors that sit at the feet of Olodumare, our beloved allies that walk with us, the benevolent ones. We greet you, we honor you, known and unknown, named and unnamed. Asheo. Aumba wa ori, aumba wa ori, awa osu, awa oma, leri oma, leya o, ara ogun kawe. Aumba wa ori, aumba wa ori, awa osu, awa oma, leri oma, leya o, ara ogun kawe. Omolawo ya le fiedenu, akufa o, omolawo ya le fiedenu. This is the call and response part. Akufa o, okokan la mi waye, okokan la mi wonu, okokan la mi waye, okokan la mi wonu. Omorisha oro la mi waye, okokan la mi wonu, okokan la mi waye, okokan la mi wonu, okokan la mi waye, okokan la mi wonu. Omorisha oro la mi waye, okokan la mi wonu. Tele imo ban tele, tele imo ban tele, wayeke wayeke. Ojo so umbo, wayeke wayeke wayeke. Iyo mayeye, tele imo ban tele, tele imo ban tele, wayeke wayeke. Ojo so umbo, In this first call and response, the lead singer would say,
All right. Okay, so that was just a little sample. If you guys want to check out Adunola, the Oracle, she definitely deals with African spirituality. Adunola, the and she has a website. She has a support group. She lives in Houston, so hopefully I'll get to meet her one day. But you have to be serious when you really deep into African spirituality. You have to really follow through. You can't dibble and dabble. You gotta really be in it. So I haven't really gotten into it because I don't have a space to do it. You need to have an ancestor altar where you give offerings. You know, Black Love 17 just talked about ancestor money. That is an offering for the ancestors. People who think, well, if my ancestor is no longer here, why do they need money? Why would they need food? Why would they need offerings? Their soul is still alive, so they still need to eat. They still need money to do things. They still need all the worldly things that they had when they was here. They still need that in death. So the reason why people think that they're getting haunted by ghosts or spirits is because they are not honoring, celebrating, and giving to the ancestors. You understand? There's no offering to the ancestors. So they're asking, they're haunting certain people like, I need your energy. You gotta feed off of my energy. And we're not tapping into that. Okay. I don't know everything about it. I'm still learning. But what I do know is that energy still lingers. My grandfather passed away in this house, this very house I'm in right now. And nobody can tell me his energy is not still here. And we don't, yeah, she makes my soul feel good. She's a dope person to watch. Just when you are down, when you feel like, religion is not working for you, try African spirituality. Just try it out, because Christianity didn't work for me. When I was praying to God and going to church, I don't feel like changes was happening in my life. Changes started happening when I became God. When I said I'm God, is God works through me. That's the only way things are gonna happen. If you're waiting for an unknown entity to do all the work for you, you'll be waiting forever. You have to do the work. Therefore, you are God. God is not gonna do it for you. Thank you. This shit ain't no joke. It's not for the weak. It's not. But what we did was not nothing crazy. All we did was light a candle for the ancestors, a white candle at that. Again, shouts out to Two Tall Flames. She has spiritual candles. The candle I got was beautiful. If you missed it, I showed it in the first half of the live. I can't show it anymore because it's lit. You're not really supposed to show yourself doing spiritual work. And although I'm not really manifesting anything in particular, just really, this was just an appreciation and remembrance for my ancestors. It wasn't to actually manifest something in particular. So, I just don't want to show you guys once I light it. It's just, you're not really supposed to show yourself doing candle work. If anybody wants to join, I'm leaving the floor open. Otherwise, we'll just light a candle, have a moment of silence for meditation, just to say, be one with the ancestors, be one with spirit, and just to say, thank you for the impact you made on my life. Thank you for the lessons I've learned from either the right things or the wrong things that you have done. Because remember, we're supposed to be better than our ancestors. Our ancestors were here to guide us, but they are not us. We are different. We're supposed to do things better and differently than what they did. So we're thanking them for bringing us into this world, being the matriarch or the patriarch of the family. But we're also telling them everything you went through is not going to be in vain, because we're going to take the baton, and the marathon continues. The marathon doesn't stop because your life stopped. The family's legacy lives on, and you change the game. If you feel like your ancestors didn't leave a good legacy, then you be the one to break that generational curse. You tell your ancestor, I know you had it hard. I know life threw you curveballs, but I'm gonna change the game, right? I love y'all so much. I'm trying to see if anybody else wants to join. If not, I understand. For those who have joined, again, thank you. I appreciate you more than you know, because it takes courage to come on here and speak about a sensitive topic. So thank you again to those who did join. Those who didn't join is fine. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you will incorporate this in your routines for other holidays. Instead of worrying so much about buying whatever that holiday has to offer in the stores, buy a candle for your ancestors just to say, I miss you, I love you. I know you're not here in the physical, but you're here in the spirit. So thank y'all again. The marathon continues and we break generational curses because none of our ancestors were perfect. We could have all the good stories in the world, but let's be honest here. They went through things that we did not have to go through. They had to eat shit in order to survive, whereas we kind of do, but not to the degree that they had to. So what we're telling our ancestors is thank you for the struggle because it taught us to do better. In 2021, we're breaking that curse that the others put on us as Black people, and we're going to do better. We are not our ancestors, others. We will fuck you up. And some of our ancestors did fuck y'all up. But what I'm trying to say is this. We gonna do it a little bit better. We love y'all, but we gonna do it better. My spiritual is serenity and wisdom. Namaste, Ashe, zero, hopeful, black power, power to the people. Thank you so much, wisdom. I appreciate you. My hand is still messed up, so I gotta do a fake clap. Hey, shot killings. And guess what? We're gonna be ancestors one day. That is inevitable. It's inevitable that we all are going to die. Only two things are promised in life: being born and dying. And you got to get in touch and in tune with that so you don't fear death. Once you become spiritual, you're not going to fear death. You understand? So let's give the ancestors the energy we want people to give us when we're no longer here. We're not going to be here one day. Don't you want somebody to speak highly of you? So that we're giving the energy that we want. Speak on the bad also. Some were evil because I slayed some ancestors. I said that. All ancestors were not good to us. Thank you, Black Love 17. I'm not taking away from that. Listen, get in touch with Two Tall Flames and, maybe she can help you with how to, a candle to make peace with your ancestors. Because I get it. There are some that can say, oh, my grandmother was an evil bitch. But she was still your ancestor. That's your blood. One thing you can't change is your blood. You can't. Unfortunately, we cannot choose who our families are. So make peace with them. Tell them how they affected you and tell them you forgive them and you're going to do better than them. That is how you keep the legacy alive. We're going to do better than you. All those white people you wanted to slap, we're going to slap the shit out of them for you. Oh, man. Guess we will fuck you up. That's the attitude we gotta have. What we gonna say? We gonna be weaker than our ancestors? Then we ain't never gonna get out of this out of this racist society. If we continue to believe that we are not stronger than our ancestors, we're never gonna be free. We're never gonna be free. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for tuning in, Call Carmelita. Again, everybody's not gonna tune in right away. That's okay. They can catch the replay, but I'm trying to show that we got y'all. I know people personally that I see suffering during these times. I know people personally who reached out to me who I don't even speak to all the time, who's like, can I just have a conversation with you because I'm lonely today? And that touches me. Our ancestor had it way, way worse than us. And they survived. And some of their attitudes may have gotten bad because of all the things they had to go through. Question: have you ever felt alone spiritually? How did it impact you? What do you mean alone? What is I need you to elaborate because you can't feel alone spiritually because it's your journey. Spirituality has nothing to do with anybody else. It has nothing to do with being a part of a church, being part of an organization. You being spiritual is a personal journey with you and the Most High. Has nothing to do with anybody else. So how can you supposed to feel lonely within your spirituality? Because it's not about nobody else. Nobody else matters. We have to stop pretending that we have it just as bad as our ancestors. Nobody's acting like they had it just as bad. We know they had it way worse. Thank you, original man 718. You said, nah, some can rest in piss. Okay, well, that doesn't change that that's your blood. That doesn't change that some of the things or the personality traits that you have is possibly because of that person you saying can rest in piss. We adopt, you see, Author Empress Simone, I'm sorry to use you as a example. You said you started writing because of the ancestors that you have were writers. We don't understand that things are passed down. Talent is passed down. You ever seen a family full of singers? That was a passed down trait. You can't help who your blood is. You just make sure you be better than them. This warrior king here, I amazing. There's so much more people that I shall be awakening. Okay, thank you, amazing tribe. Separation is also key to getting away from those dealings of the others. We need their energy. We need their energy. How y'all think Haiti defeated the French? How do you think Haiti had that win? Yes. So I believe I'm gonna do a BBO either tomorrow or Tuesday because I have some people who actually you know they donated to the channel so that I can promote them. So I just wanted to do this ancestor live before I start getting back into the BBO, okay? Because it's a lot. It may look simple, but remember, I have a lot of other things going on in my life, so it's really not that simple. I have my kids here who I haven't seen in a week, but I made it a priority, so I'm gonna go through with it. Thank you, Leslie. It was very nice, and we can do it again. Every maybe 3 months or so. Thank you, Finette, because I really want to get more into it, but I can't. I have to get my own place so I can set up my own altar, so that nobody can't touch my altar. A lot of our ancestors had that pull up energy. We need to show that energy more. Facts. Facts. Thank you, Shy Killings. I appreciate you. I tried. It's Mother's Day. I was looking a mess yesterday. Or this morning actually. Thank you, Kai's Travel Services. And again, we're all gonna be ancestors. Let's give the energy we want. I want somebody when it's my time to go to stand up and say she was a great person, she helped me. Or I don't want people to just come with the negative. Oh, she was a bitch, and in Vegas she was being a villain. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I want to hear who I really was. So you give the energy that you want to get in return. My grandfather deserved all the accolades and praise. I'm sitting in his house right now. He went from the projects with his 5 kids to a house in Queens. He did it right. I'm going to always celebrate my grandfather's life because he was a real ass man. Okay? He had 5 kids with one woman. A real man. I'm sitting in his house right now. Period. And anybody that feel a way about that, they can feel how they feel. I'm going to celebrate my grandfather's life because I miss him very dearly. Thank you, Lady E. And wouldn't you want your children or your grandchildren to speak of you like that? Thank you, Isaac McQueen. Spiritual guidance led the Haitians through the war against the French. Spiritual guidance. They didn't do that from their own laurels. They're mere mortals. We need some immortal energy to conquer this racism. And that's what I'm trying to show y'all. It's deeper than the physicality. What about a spiritual war is deeper than a physical war. So yes, thank you, ancestors, original man. Thank you for having us. Even though a lot of us were put into poverty, a lot of us were put into situations that we could not control. So for all the children who didn't feel loved and they had parents that wasn't there for them, I cry with you, and I'm sorry you went through that. I'm sorry you went through that. Just know that this government fucked our black people up, and it's not your fault. And for some of your parents, it's not their fault either. So please make your peace with the cards in the hands that you have been dealt, because we all have crosses to bear in different ways. We all do. It's how you maneuver as an adult to make wiser decisions, to say, you know what, for my kids, I'm going to do better. For myself, I'm going to do better. That's what matters. We need healing before we can reunite as Black people. Absolutely. Um, I want to say this too. Hey, MCGV TV, thank you. Because I'm not gonna stay on long because I have to go tend to my children. I'm gonna drop the invite link one more time. If anybody has words that they want to give for an ancestor, doesn't have to be for long. I gave people 10 minutes, up to 10 minutes, because I know it's emotional for some people. Thank you, Slay by Miss CC. Um, but I'm gonna close it soon so I can be with my babies. Ashe, original man. You say you deal with real stuff. I believe you. I believe you. My ancestors protect me, watch over me, walk with me. Their immortal acknowledgement of me, the legacy of my bloodline, undeniable forevermore. Thank you. Exactly. Um, there's a knocking sound. Okay, that's probably me pressing the buttons. Thank you, Lisa Black. Thank y'all. That is y'all hear the knocking? Okay, that's me pressing the buttons. Okay. So again, I'm going to end this live soon. I'm gonna see if anybody else wants to join. We could definitely do this again. Just keep your ancestors' legacy alive as much as you can. We need that energy. Fire's energy. That's where the candles come in. Writing a petition is like the letter to the universe to say, thank you so much for all of the knowledge and even the bad things, because the bad things shape us too. If everybody had a great life and everything was given to them, they would not know what to do when they're faced with adversity. A lot of y'all had hard lives and y'all are bomb ass people today. A lot of y'all had to learn hard lessons early in your life, and I'm sorry for you. But that's why you are a bomb ass, responsible ass person today. Some people who the world was given to, they're not responsible. They don't know how to fend for themselves. So even the bad things, there can be good things to come out of it as well. Okay, so I love y'all so much. Thank y'all. Big hugs, virtual hugs. We are one with the ancestors. Thank you, ancestors, for guiding us. Sometimes things happen in our life and we say, I had to have a guardian angel. That's the ancestors. I had to have had somebody watching over me. How did I get through this? That's the ancestors. Feed them. Burn your ancestor money. Make an offering, altar for them to show them that I still love you and I'm still thinking about you. And trust me, they will reciprocate their energy to you. I love y'all. Ashe, Ashe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I love y'all. We're gonna do this again. Have a great rest of the night. You said this was my great plus my father's 92nd birthday was Friday. Happy heavenly birthday to your father and your great grandfather or your great grandfather. Thank you so much for joining. I had to fight for my life as an infant, baby, teenage years, etc. And look at you. You still standing. Ashe. Don't cry over what happened in the past. Rejoice that you are still here to tell the story. I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon. We're gonna do this again. Thank y'all for making this a beautiful event. And we're gonna do it again.